today is the Halter Show at National Western Stock Show, Denver, Colorado, January 2025. What were we thinking? Anyway, yesterday was really nice. We had the non-halter show and did really well. And today I'm bringing two animals on a lead out from their pens and into the show ring, and we'll see how we do there. But the weather is just so exciting. Yay! Thanks for joining me. And we got some fools like the Longhorn channel that think this is so cool and awesome that they're, filming it. Obviously not from around here.
From around here.
Hence the Oklahoma license plates and the fact that people are scared to be around us. Snowplow, snowplow. Ambulance.
Okay.
I think they're ready to come home. Aww. Poor girl. Heated water. Heated water, yay. All right. Champagne bowl. Theo, were you bored? Had to do something? Silly guy. So these are the cows that we're showing. They're really nervous. First time to town. They're kind of wet and dirty because, just came in and out of the snow. And it was a little bit interesting coming in, avoiding the snow plows. And I've got boots on, which are a little bit more slippery than my usual shoes. But we made it here, and we're going to go in the ring in just a few moments. Wish us luck.
Second place in the class goes to 324. That's O'Brien Switch Legends. SL Switchback, Switchblade is the sire. O'Brien's Legends calendars are down. She's on Westcott, Jody O'Brien, Belvedere, South Dakota. Third place goes to DC Silver $7. DJ B Silver Wine is the sire. Out of $7 flow by Jesse and Amber Dewey of Otto, Wyoming. And fourth place goes to Bank Tango, Gaston. By the bank team, owned and shown by Jack Freeman of Richmond, Colorado. And we are right in the champion junior female and reserve champion junior female class. I want to tell you a little bit about that bank tango effort. Questions that I get from the street are they dangerous with those big horns? Well, watch these young people show these young heifers, and I can tell you that they've got great disposition, and when they're handled right, they're definitely not dangerous.
So if there's non-Longhorn people sitting in the stands watching this, so you're probably wondering why these cows are just kind of flouncing around in here and acting like they're in a halter robe. Well, they're halter robe, but we don't have to wash them twice a day like you do. So a lot of these kids are probably working with them at home, but they're not having to do it every day. So that's one of the benefits of Longhorns. We don't have to do all that extra crazy hair business. So they're not touched twice a day. And they're also being heifers. So I just wanted to make sure that people aren't getting the wrong impression about these cattle. That's how all these exhibitors have worked with their animals. So we're going to do for the champion junior heifer, this big red heifer in the back, 310. So if you want to come out and set her up somewhere. She is a total package for me. She's got size and conformation and horn and color. I really like how she tracks out, and that is something that Longhorns are bad about doing. I mean, a lot of them can't walk, and in my book, that's still important. So you're going to find social genetics in one of those babies, so mom's got to be complete. And for the reserve, since we had everything out here, we had all our fence animals were first place, the back row was second place. We're going to go ahead and use this young lady right here, 302 for reserve. A little thicker make in mine, but still very nice, complete young heifer, a lot younger than the first champion, but I think that heifer's going to turn out to be a nice Longhorn cow. Need to be tapping for these kids. They've come a long way to come.
Congratulations, Dancer number 332. That is Iron Jim, owned by NWSS. She's your grand champion, halter female today. The reserve grand champion is entry number 327. That's Whitney Point, Montana, Kelly Pearson, and Whitney Point Longhorns. They are your grand reserve champion halter females here at the National Western Show in 2025. We're going to move right into your halter junior gold classes. Here is the Longhorn Cats General that had just been left out on the plains. They gathered them up, and they were the start of the Great American Trail Riders in Texas. And Denver was one of the stockyards that was the stopping off place for the Great American Trail Riders. We'll talk about more about that in a minute. Let's see what the judge has to say about this building in Class 402. Okay, we're open for Class 403 on March 1st, April 30th, 2024. Class 403. I was telling you that Charles Goodnight called Loving, and you know it was the Goodnight Loving Trail. It came out of the panhandle of Texas, right up past Colorado Springs, on into Denver, into the stockyards, and men like John Iliff and others One cattle for Carol Goodnight back in those days for 4 to 8 cents a pound, sometimes just $15 a head for some of those Longhorn steers. But what they did was they took them onto the rail yards in Cheyenne. They put them on freight trains from there in carts, much like those that are out here as the backdrop of the National Western photo backdrop. And they shipped them here to the East Coast to feed a hungry nation back in the 1800s after the Civil War. And it was really the Longhorn and the great trail rides out of Texas. It made a difference after the war was over and began to bring food not only to the troops and to the citizens, but also to the Indian reservations and really saved the nation back in the 1800s. And Denver was an integral part of that right here in the stockyards, right on the grounds that we're sitting on today. It doesn't look like it so much today because we've made some drastic improvements over the last 5 years here in Denver. The old stockyard pits that have been here since the early 1900s were torn down. Concrete was poured. HW came in and brought all these beautiful panels and bins and made it very easy for us to pit and show cattle. But we are right on the historic side of the Denver stockyards. It was all part of the Great American Trail Drives of the 1800s. Equipment is specifically Longhorn livestock handling equipment. Well, there's no better priced or better working systems than the PNC cattle pens, and you'll enjoy dealing with those folks, and they'll get you exactly the right thing. Their Longhorn chutes and cages and their sweeps, and just a great setup from PNC cattle pens. They're your sponsor today for your Haltered pole class.
So I'm going to start the class off, like I said a million times today, with confirmation, and it's this young man right here. You want to pull up here? 307. He is lacking in the horn department in my book, but he's got the rest of the parts. So I would think if you breed him onto some cows that had some big horn, he could definitely take care of the size problem. I mean, just look at his hip height and how thick he is. He's got perfect testicular development. He's got big legs under him. I mean, that's a big old calf. And, you know, you're looking at your breeding program. So size of your bull and how he's put together is very important. This young lady right here, she can wheel around here and be in second place. He is definitely beating first place in horn development and crazy color. They're just, like I said, they are all different shapes and sizes and frame sizes, but he's still a complete package. And he's got a great hip on him, even though he is a little bit smaller. That's a very nice type. Look how trim he is down his belly and down through the front of him. These bulls will get really waisty, and if they're super waisty in the front end, so then your heifers are going to look like that too. So very, very nice little bull in second place. The third place is going to be this beautiful colored one. I love the little paint color on him. He's a little bit finer bone, but like I said, they're different shapes. I like his horn development, that tip back horn. Some people really seek that out, and depending on what kind of cows you put him on, it can make some really cool horn sets. So that's how I see it today. 307 first, 315 second.
This is both for January 1st and February 2024.
Exactly what I like.
There's a trick to putting a show halter on, and there's a trick to putting one off, taking one off. If you do it wrong, you're going to have a loose cow, and that's never good. Although if you have a loose cow, you've got lots of help. So first thing would be to put the lead ropes through the nose of the halter. Sometimes you're going to have to actually unhook it to be able to do that. And you get him up. Come on, here we go. And you hook up the show halter to the lead rope so he's actually secured against the wall. We're going to take the nose ring out because he doesn't like it, and that might make things just easier. Nifty little thing. It's a temporary nose ring. all Longhorn bulls underneath a year, is it a year? That are shown at halter need a nose ring. Oh, under a year they can have a temporary nose ring, and that's what this is. If he were older, we would have had to put a brass ring in, pierce his nose, and it would be permanent. So we've got the halter in the right direction. If it's backwards, it won't work. And sorry, there's a calf behind Nick messing with him. And you slip it over the top, around the horns, back of the head, secure it. So he is secure at every point in this evolution.
It's an important part of judging any bovine
Then you
animal,
can unhook, show halter.
And that's one of the things our judges are trained.
Maybe you need a little bit more rope.
It's not just the confirmation of the
You hook up the regular halter,
as well as Longhorn value.
and now he's secure. And to get this off, the show halter, you unhook the ring, slide the chain through all the pieces, through the buckle at the ear, and it'll lift right out. Now we've done things, especially when you put this chain through, you got to get it under all of the pieces of this halter. If you don't, that's a disaster. But we've got lots of people that know cows, and they help. I don't know why it turned around. I'm really hating this moment. Dropping gloves, dropping phones. The pretty picture is gone. It's the way it goes, though, you know. Hey, stop. You're fine. Gosh, she's gorgeous. Yeah, I was trying to catch you and Tia walking in the snow. It was awesome. Could you take my stick, please? Thank you. You can do it. Come on. You can do it. Good job. Good girl. Come on. I hate to say it, but this is how they really are. Not acting a fool like they were in the arena. Come on, baby girl. Come on. Come on. There we go. All the way, I can take your thing off. Bucket heater's best thing ever. Who? A little more. Good job. Good job. Do not do that. Who? Good girl. I know. Hey. Ugh. There we go. I cleaned up pretty good. I didn't have nearly as much time with her. Yep, I think they're thirsty. So everybody's like, oh, the new pens, everybody has electricity, everybody has water. And that's not the case. There's a different set of pens behind us that are empty. And every one of those pens does have electricity. And every one of those pens is within, I don't know, 20 feet of a spigot. And they've all got windbreaks, which is pretty cool. So, not the case here, but you can see my orange electric cord back to that telephone pole. That's got electricity, and then I was able to run it and get. Kapiolani, what are you doing? Is your water boring? You didn't poop in your water. I saw it. It was good. Longhorns are so funny. They like cubes from the hand better than the pan. And apparently they have preferences on waters as well. I'll get you some. I'm not going to make Nick do it. Buckets of water are heavy. I know. I've said it before, though, that arena was a lot nicer than what we had before. It wasn't even heated. I guess you're not being very good petting cows, sorry.
That's okay.
But this is
I respect
every...
their horns.
No. Well, this is the first time they've been to the show.
It's all new to them then.
Yep.
They're thinking about it.
So you've gotten to see all the other animal breed?
Fair amount, yeah.
Yeah. Have you been up the hill?
Oh, a little farther north here.
I think it's that way, up the hill. See the big building with the flags?
Yeah.
That's the hill.
Okay. Yeah, is that the backside of the event center?
Maybe? I don't know. But that's where they have all the vendors.
Okay, I think so then.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah, if that's the Cinch Arena.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they had a whole bunch, of course, the Angus type calves, club calves, but also Scottish Highlanders in there. And then on the bottom floor, and I get lost, so I really couldn't tell you how, but alpacas
Inside there?
inside there and llamas, and it was pretty cool.
I forgot to go.
Thank you.
Oh, you're very welcome.
Thank you, dear.
Very welcome.
My dad worked for 26 years at a feedlot that he always took me out with him on weekends, especially
Yeah.
in the summer. I spent the summer out there. It was like I'm in heaven. Just actually on this.
Kind of underneath like a dog. Let her smell you. Good. That's probably as good as you're gonna get, but that was pretty good.
She's like, I'm curious, but not quite curious enough.
Yeah.
I'll walk her and may scare him.
She's thinking about it again. Yeah, I called you out. Her name is Mudflap. So she was named that because she started out white, and she's got spots underneath her skin, and her mom's roan. So she's gonna get more colored and more colored the older she gets. Just like a mudflap starts off clean and then gets brown, dirty.
Can't really clean them out sometimes.
Huh?
Kind of you can clean them out sometimes.
Yeah. So I have a YouTube channel called The Longhorn Channel.
Okay.
Do you mind if you're on it?
No.
Okay. Now, if you type in,
He's going to be here with you guys today. You guys are going to enjoy him. And he may be a lot like me. He may like kids smiling at him, talking to him. He's going to ask him some good questions. So you guys, his name's Kenny Richards. Kenny was a member of the Texas Longhorn Parents Association. He was an officer in the local association as well as a board member for the TLBA in 1995. Kenny began raising and showing Texas Longhorn cattle with his family. Competing throughout the nation, Kenny sponsored 3 Longhorns by numerous awards in the cattle showmanship. He showed his cattle at National Western for many, many years. He was a long-time member of both the NWTLA and MSTLA. Kenny was also an avid supporter of the association's youth programs. And I can
starting them young.
testify to that. Developing young people's interest in cattle and show.
Hey,
Can I ask you a question?
sure.
Are the yaks gone?
Yeah.
Oh, bummer, man.
They weren't here last year.
Oh, really? I thought we
And-
saw. Maybe we skipped a year and we didn't remember it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It was so sad. Longhorns used to be next to Yaks back with the
Yeah,
old
yeah,
pens.
back- yeah,
oh,
yeah,
that was
yeah.
amazing. It was
Yeah.
wonderful.
They used to have tents and like you could interact.
And flags, and
Yeah, it
they
was
were cooking
fantastic.
yak burgers
I know,
for a while.
I
It was
know.
amazing.
It was like one of the highlights of us coming every single year.
Yeah.
So they don't come anymore. Bummer, man.
I heard that the numbers were decreasing,
Okay.
and they had better show opportunities
other
elsewhere
places.
that were more
Yeah.
dedicated to.
Yeah, yeah.
So,
And then I saw they were doing the bison auction.
yes.
And so, are there any adult bison back in here anymore or no?
Um,
Or are they farther up?
they are all along. See, like the stairs right there.
Yep.
You can look down onto them from there.
okay.
Now, how do you get from there to here
Well,
exactly? I'm not.
We do know that because we were in there.
Okay.
So we can backtrack and
Yeah.
find our way back. And then we heard something about a last bus at 2:30.
I don't know what that means.
Okay, that's fine. We'll figure that
We
out.
didn't either.
Yeah, we didn't either. We were like,
Well,
whatever,
are you
just
taking a
gonna do
bus?
What we want. Well, it depends. I didn't know if they meant like the shuttle from this back to the main complex, or from the main complex like to parking,
Oh,
because there's technically
yeah.
buses and shuttles for both. But that's okay. We wanted to come out and see these guys.
I'm glad.
Yeah.
Sure.